I had some pretty high targets for AMC. Right now we're hovering around the $30 to $35 range, and I had targets as high as $96 first, and then $122, all the way up to $164 if our impulsive rally structures hold in place. Well, last time we were also looking for rally to develop. That didn't quite materialize. When you look at the chart close up, we had a pullback since our last update, and it broke below our little red line. So that indicates that we haven't quite started the rally we were looking for yet, or at least we hadn't. If you take a closer look at this, this looks like a corrective wave up. So I'm going to zoom up a bit just so you guys can see this a little bit more closely. But this bottom that we were calling the C wave 2 bottom had a counter rally that goes A, B, C. It's a three-wave structure, and then we crash back down. So I'm calling that a corrective wave, and the actual bottom is probably back down here on August 11th or so, a couple of days ago. Ever since then, we've had a counter rally taking shape, but it's looking a bit choppy. There's a lot of up and down, a lot of undulations there. When we take an even closer look, picture looks a little bit better. It doesn't look as choppy and undulating, but I don't have any clear indication of this being a clean impulse five-wave structure yet. So what are we expecting next? Well, I'm still pretty bullish on AMC, so we need this pattern to fill out in a complete impulsive five-wave structure. So if this is actually an impulsive structure, or at least a leading diagonal, we would need to see a corrective pullback and then more impulsive structures going up. Ultimately, we would like our first wave to hit somewhere in this purple target box. So we're looking at about what, $55 to $69, $70-ish. Once that happens, we'd like to see a corrective wave 2 down. And the way AMC moved on the last rally, which is actually also right here, visible on our chart, you'll see that the pullbacks happen relatively quickly. You have a lot of whipsaw up and down. When you look further back in time, what I'm calling the wave 1 didn't happen as quickly. We had a nice buildup. We actually had a parabolic rally way back then, and it pulled back down on wave 2, and then our sub-wave 1 went up slowly and it came back down slowly. But once the rocket launched, it was over. We went parabolic pretty quickly, but very quick and short pullbacks that are pretty sharp. I wouldn't be surprised to see the same thing once we pick up momentum. So if you're trying to get into AMC and you don't already have any positions, it's not a bad time to start accumulating. Please beware that we may actually have this pull back even lower. We may see a lower low, but at this time, I'm not too worried about that. Let me put this chart back on. Don't know what I did to get rid of the chart view. So once again, you can start accumulating. We may see a lower low just because it's not clear if this wave is impulsive or not. I can't see it going too much lower, $28, $27 range at worst. Don't put everything in yet. Let's wait for this thing to rally, and you can keep accumulating as it goes up into this purple box. Once it comes back down in a wave 2, that's when we expect the rocket to launch. When that happens, our next targets are as follows. Again, assuming we get close to $70, we could get anywhere from $96 to $112 on that third wave. So on the top of the third wave, just that, the subwave, third subwave. Once we get to the bigger third wave top, might hit anywhere from 122 to 138. And ultimately, 163, 164 is on the horizon. So what I suggest is, again, accumulate gradually. If you're looking for a leveraged call option or any kind of leverage, I would not recommend getting into it yet. If you do, wait for this wave 2 pullback. That would be the place to enter a leverage position. We pull back to somewhere between $55 and $44. And if you're really anxious and having FOMO about missing out on a call option, if you must enter something, buy a lot of theta, buy it very far out in date. Don't let decay or pullback kill you on the options. So that's the update for AMC. I'm still bullish, and we got some pretty lofty targets up ahead. Let's see how this thing develops. Thank you for watching.